Hi, my name is Jukka-Matti Turtiainen, and I have had this idea of starting a YouTube channel about variations coding or scouting, however that is pronounced, maybe the Finnish way. But nevertheless, today I read an interesting LinkedIn post, and my idea has been a bit to develop this sort of software for variation analysis, and at the same time on the road to that, to test different AI tools and how they are working at the moment, and reflect a bit what the future of work will be like, especially for the knowledge work. And a bit about my background. I have studied industrial engineering and management at LUT in Lappeenranta, and I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt, and I have been working in various industries as well as in developing countries, figuring out how to improve processes and quality in a very different kind of contexts. So let's get to the topic. So in this video, let's see what the Claude Cowork is capable with Sonnet 4.6 at the moment. So I read today this post by Juhani Mykkänen about this sort of two different persons. One is working as a strategy consultant, and other one is working as an insurance clerk in insurance company. And well, let's give it to Claude to translate, and let's see what can we do with this. So, hey, I got this idea to demonstrate what you are capable of. Check from internet the latest about Claude Cowork, and translate this post because that gave me the inspiration to do this video and try things with you. So it seems that I'm not able to talk and write at the same time. So what is happening now? The Cowork is apparently searching internet, and as well as it's checking the screenshot. And interesting thing about Cowork is that it was coded in 2 weeks by Cloud Code. So basically, well, is it created by AI or by people who have been guiding the AI? I still want to believe for that, but there is quite a lot of, I guess, debate and things, opinions around it, that what's the role of the human and how could code AI can create and whatnot. But let's see. And meanwhile, there is a US Sweden game going on. So I think I won't make this to go any faster. Feel free to skip a bit while it works, so we get a realistic view that how fast this thing is and what all is happening. So what I'm thinking is that we could test out the creation of the slide deck for the role of the strategy consultant, and here the role of the strategy consultant is to analyze customers or markets for customers and make some recommendations. Some time ago, she was using 3 days to collect data to get the first draft of the presentation. And now she can write to AI that analyze Nordic energy market and make 15 slide presentation about it, and within 10 minutes she'll have the structure, the numbers, and the different strategies. So she wants to start from scratch, but will have the 70% version. So well, this is in Finnish, so let's talk Finnish, English. Okay. So give me a real task, like analyze the market and make a presentation. Watch it happen live. File work, show me organizing, summarizing, and transforming documents in your folder, or something else. What would make the most impressive demo for your audience? Well, let's start with I have this idea that we could make in the end a web page where people could go and see the presentation we are going to make, and at the same time we could perhaps design and even code a simulation for the role of Jere and how the future of work for his profession can possibly look like. I was thinking making some sort of PA would run on browser and is deployed to Vercel. So let's see what Claude says. So my idea is that in the end we would have this web page where we would have some sort of simulator for you guys to test it out. And now it's going to ask me some questions. What's AI work? My idea was to play as Jere, but let's see. Well, of course, both. And the first one. Okay, but now I think we'll go for straight away to the designing that, but it's fine. So to-do writer, so okay. So what we have is that, well, it wanted to make the project landing page, build Jeres claims simulator, make the languages, configure that, and verify the build. And Cowork is built basically for office work, and Cloud Code is for coding, and there are some capabilities for Cowork for coding. So let's see what it will be working on. So updated to-do list. So build a language. So these are the same ones here. These are pretty high level. And now it will create the project for us, and quite a lot of code. And meanwhile I'll watch Finnish Swiss replays. So basically where the Cowork is working is in one specific folder in my Mac, and later on I'll do the deployment with Cloud Code. Something I decided at some point, or it was actually when I was looking OpenAI's demo day, where they were sending things to the cloud from their well, it was, I think it was VS Code, and there they had the codex, however that is called, and there they delegated a task going to the, not Claude, but Cloud, and that was a turning point when I decided to switch back to Mac and do the AI stuff and this sort of testing and coding here, and the use my Windows laptop for other work. Okay, so there is a new file. And the translation, so we wanted to have Finnish and English. If I would be in the Cloud Code, I would have another terminal open and start working on this Maiju's presentation research stuff, but this is now demonstration about Cowork, so let's see how long it will take. if I would dare, I would put sound for the ice hockey game, but I think it's a bit disturbing, so just picture or video about it. So interesting to see what kind of simulator we will have. Yeah, I think I'll get more water. So if we reflect a bit, what would be the normal? Well, what is normal, but the old way of doing this? Well, there are these like Wix and other web page editors which you can use and build your own web pages or code them or use WordPress plugins and stuff and host it somewhere, and setting that up and thinking, hey, what should I write here and what's the story and what are the colors and should I have, well, whatever pictures and so on, would require kind of a lot of thinking and some skills. And here at least to get somewhere to start it and the whole thing, done with this is, I don't know what it is, interesting at least. And of course there are security issues and stuff, but if you just build a basic website where there is nothing else than just information about your thing, then it's, I would say, pretty straightforward, or can be. And then we could ask it actually to check the latest tech stack from the internet, because sometimes it takes the bit old one, which comes from the training data, not up-to-date versions. So that's perhaps something we still ask it to check before we move to Maiju's presentation. Okay, so it built the project and there was some bug it found. Okay, Jere simulator is ready to deploy. Okay. Without AI and with AI modes. Okay. Okay. The check from internet that we have the latest tech stack. So I don't know how many minutes it took. 20. So some, I don't know, 15, 10, just this building step. And what I'm going to do next is to this sort of thought exercise that, hey, how to first do the market research, and then we actually ask it to execute it, and also to create a PowerPoint presentation as well as a PDF out of it, and then we could ask do some other way to present the finding for the customer, since we have the web page live. So good timing to check. Okay. So definitely worth to check and update. Well, let's okay, so client side. So basically this is running on the browser. So we don't have like we will not have a server which will be receiving the data or processing the data in order the simulator to work. Okay. Meanwhile, I'll make a repository in GitHub. But before that, we need to ask that, yeah, how should we call this project? Insurers claim AI simulator, or future of work, or I don't know what. So let's see, will it work it out or not? Well, it seems that we found a bug or 2 bugs, and well, those would have been surfaced sooner or later, and better sooner. And there are just for testing nowadays the different ways to do it, and the browser-based testing is pretty interesting, that the agent is actually clicking through the software it has created in browser, if it's that kind of technology. But I think for Cowork it doesn't work. You need to use Claude Code or anti-gravity, or then Cursor has its bit different way of doing it. Okay, so what do we do next? Let's think about the Maijus. New way of working demonstration. So interesting to see. I would hope it asks some questions from me, but we will see. I could have guided a bit more, but since we have the context already here. So from 10 days to 10 minutes. Interesting. The prompt presentation experience. Well, since we are now recording the video, I am thinking that we could demonstrate it now and save our deliverable to the web page. I think we make a separate page. It can be about anything. You could use the original Nordic energy market example or pick a topic that's more relevant to your audience video theme. What do you want Maiju to analyze? So I am LSS MBB and I am delivering LSS Greenbelt trainings. I have had this idea of developing statistical analysis software. So thinking. No. Oh, statistical tools. Hey, think about the original Maiju's work. Strategic consulting and market research. Not coding. Well, primary user were of course both. So it would have wanted to start already coding the software. I went coding brain for a second. You are Maiju. No. Actually, no. No nähdään pian. No. Actually, I am Maiju's customer. So let's first think about the methodology which a world-class consulting company would have for this sort of market research. And let's make a plan for the research on a separated MD file, and we can utilize sub-agents as part of the research. Luckily this doesn't penalize typos as badly as customers or colleagues or friends. So what I ask it to do now is that, hey, let's figure out the methodology, what Maiju would use or the consulting company would have. And now we lost the connection to the model. So let's try again. Maybe everyone else is trying also Sonnet. So so what did it do is that we have we need to make the research plan, execute parallel research using sub-agents, synthesize the findings in the strategy deck, and build Maiju page on the website to showcase the deliverable. Oh, now we think before we act. That's smart. Okay. So interesting to see actually what it will create. So world-class consulting firms behave like McKinsey or BCG. Okay, writing file. Maybe we A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so what do we have? Well, we can just, yes we are. So develop statistical analysis software. Okay, is there a defensible, monetizable market opportunity for new software? And if so, what does this winning product and strategy look like? Okay, so new market entry evaluation, build versus buy software assessment. Oh, issue 3. Okay, is the market attractive? Is the competitive landscape penetrable? Is the customer willing to pay? Is the client uniquely positioned? What does the winning strategy look like? Okay, so then we have different hypotheses, current tools. Well, it didn't take the cheaper ones on board. Research type, okay. Feature by feature comparison matrix, pricing model analysis, customer review mining, trial demo of key products where possible, analogy benchmark research. This is pretty interesting. If it's able to find how Minitab or Tableau were started. What do adjacent markets? So healthcare, statistical software, financial model. Well, you can do healthcare process analysis with Minitab also, as well as with Excel. I was actually working in a hospital when I went to a Greenbelt course myself for the first time. I invested my student loan to that fully. It was like 3,000 something euros back then. And I also actually did my black belt project working in a hospital, and then went to work for a laundry company which was related to the hospital. A few thousand or million kilograms of laundry per year in Joensuu, so that's pretty much of a lot of laundry. So what it's doing, it has these different work streams. So market sizing and dynamics, competitive landscape, customer intelligence, technology and AI disruption. Then, well, still in 2025, apparently no-code Six Sigma tools, Minitab AI feature, okay. Business model monetization, benchmarks, synthesizing framework, final deliverable structure. So it wanted to have this 12 slides, as was in Johannes' example, and this execution plan. So here are the different work streams. So let's see what is happening. So market sizing, so quite many searches. Competitive landscape, yeah. Customer intelligence, technology. So okay, how ChatGPT explains results. Okay, use ChatGPT. Okay, so in roughly 2 minutes, 5 parallel research agents covered. Okay. Okay. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. So no one has built an AI native LSS tool yet. Okay, window is 18 to 24 months before. Okay. Training providers. This is Maiju now talking. Or the AI for Maiju. The winning feature is plain language interpretation. Every segment size, I don't know what the results mean, as top 3 pain points. Okay, and that's why you, well, recommended model SaaS, $299 per month plus training bundle. Okay. So now it's reading the PowerPoint skill. And always before touching a slide. So I think it adjusted the talking style a bit based on how we have been talking. So let's see if, since we have the Next.js project running the website here already, so if this is causing the issues there. So set up project. Okay, so let's see how long it takes to make an PowerPoint presentation. There is 7 minutes in the game still, so we might have the website up and running before the summer before the game ends. Whatever is summer in English. Yeah. one thing before this, still we need to decide the branding of the web page. And I'm thinking maybe we should name it in Finnish. Since this is but it's a lot easier if it's com. I'm using Namecheap. They did buy domains, so I think we'll go with it. So what it's doing, it's creating a file. It doesn't show the details here. Okay, so now it's doing a QA, so quality assurance. So checking those slides as pictures and maybe fine-tuning them a bit before showing them to us. I don't know if there should be some music or something on the background, because silence is golden, as we Finns say. This might be the most boring video in that sense in YouTube. Or, well, we Finns don't. We speak only when we have something to say, I guess. So, failed to convert PDF to JPEG. Okay. Well, now it tries the sub agent to do the QA. And the benefit of what is a sub agent is a new agent doing things. So one way to think about it is like that you would open a new chat and start writing for it, and it has its own context and stuff. And in this case, this Cowork is using the same framework or orchestration as the Claude Code, which is capable of running or spanning or starting sub-agents. So giving a specific task for a specific agent to do things, and it has its own context window, and then it gives us the results back to this main agent. And for Jeres case, how the simulation was that it gives the confidence approved reject flag, and that's like the role of him is to the then most likely is my guess that the okay open the ones with the reject or flag and then do something, and now there is a human in the loop for every each of the claims, but then one step further would be that if we are confident enough that the if agent is 99 point something percent confident that it's good, then it could automatically proceed it or process it, and Jere would only look at the flagged ones. So what is happening now? Compacting our conversation so we can keep chatting. So these chats have the certain context window. It's like 260 or 50 something thousand tokens. With many of the models, Gemini has 1 million, and with the Sonnet 4.6 and Opus 4.6, it has been increased to 1 million, so we could keep chatting for a longer time with the same context, but at least in Claude Code it's for with extra fee, so well, I'm not sure about Cowork, but anyhow, what it's doing now, it's compacting all this what we have been discussing and what it's been doing, and having some part of the main things from our discussions with the fresh context window, so we can keep chatting. And this feature came to Claude Code. It was a lot earlier, and there is like a way to when the context window gets the fuller, the agents start to rush things, basically. At least it has been doing that. So in the Claude Code, you want to clear your context window once in a while, or avoid that it doesn't get full, as a rule of thumb. And here what happens now, that it doesn't remember all what we discussed earlier, is the implication when it compacted the discussion. So seems that there is some QA to be done for the slides. Oh, Sweden just made a goal, 1-1. I was just thinking that the game is about to end, so and we don't have the slides even yet, so maybe we'll get an overtime, and then my what it is the expectation that the website is up and running before the game ends is true. maybe on the next another, or next to this I could have or should put on the video this game, or something. But maybe this is a bit the future of work, that once you have given your intent and stuff for the agent or agents, then you actually are waiting, because they can work for 10 to 30 minutes by themselves, or even longer. And then the question is that what are you going to do meanwhile? That are you working on something else and stuff, or do you concentrate on this one thing, or whatnot? So, and what's the value of your time, and based on what are you judged for? That less can be more in many ways when working with these. And what can you bill? Are you billing per hour or per output, or what? And it's going to be a change from some perspectives, for sure. So thinking, there's a running command, working on it. I'm tempted to take an orange, but I decided that one thing is that I won't be eating on this video, so. Okay, now I see something happening. Progress 4 out of 4. Three critical fixes needed. So formatting and strings. So it's JavaScript, which it has been used to build the presentation. Process timeline, interactive slide carousel, and download CTA. Well, interesting to see. Okay. So I have the additional, well, I think that's for it, perhaps. So let's figure out how to brand this website. An action. Pick a present theme. Based on our conversation, evaluate my intent for building the website. Okay. created to illustrate the fast change of the way we are working. Fast change on the way, not off, I believe, but my mom was an English, or yes, she's a retired English teacher, so the yeah, regards to mom. So, read theme factory skill documentation file. So we took a new skill, and interesting to see what it will come up with. Based on everything, so it has to to start the AI, the video demo. I have a clear read on what this branch should be. And actually we should shift. Okay. Something we need to add is the embedding the YouTube video on the page. So we could ask it to create an about page. And that could be actually an own video, because Claude Code can be used with your phone, and I could actually ask my phone to program this new, or design and program this new page. There was just a video about not a video, a post in LinkedIn where I think it was CEO of Spotify commented that their coders can do new features on their way to work, so they use similar kind of thing to ask a coding agent to build a new feature, and while they arrive to work they will check that what did it build. Okay, so this exists one thing, that A is fundamental change in the way we work now. Shift. Okay. And how about web domain which would still be free? Shift to AI. Well, let's check. Okay, so here we have the web page. Shift to AI. Oh, it's a premium. So that's something I'm not going to invest in. So let's see. Okay, for free. Okay, well, I have the web page. Well, how about if I would like to buy a Finnish one? Actually, searching. What is shift? Muutos. AI-muutos. Hosting palvelu. AI-muutos. €15. Should I invest in it? AI-tulevaisuus. On täällä tänään. Hän on täällä tänään. AI-tulevaisuus. AI-tulevaisuus.com would be €12. Let's think about the brands. The website brands first. AI-muutos. Something else. Vakuutus. So insurance change. Something. Something about change. So let's see. Oh, yeah, I guess it's extra time for, or not. I guess I missed the goal. Yes, I guess I did. Yeah. Okay. Työmurros. Muutostarina. Murrostarina. AI-muutos. Korvataanko? Normaali ero. Normaali muutos. Well, työmurros. AI-muutos. Well, korvataanko? Korvataanko? Vai työmurros? Oh. Maybe we just take the O. Työmurros. Well, since this can be a little playful. I don't know if playful is the best. Can be a little not so serious. Sounds interesting. well, actually, it has an interesting that are we going to be replaced by AI? Who is being replaced? Is it? It also has the connotation to the insurance claim and stuff. Okay, how about if we would code this a bit further and make a page where you can switch the theme of the page from shift to korvataanko option A as well as option C to demonstrate what you are capable of doing. And is it you the right word to use here? But something interesting is to read the system card, I think it's called, of these different AI models and what kind of things those are saying. So in this way of giving a small challenge for the model is perhaps pushing it a bit further. And well, feel free to scroll forward to see the end result or check it from korvataanko.fi. It will be there. So meanwhile, I think I'll switch a bit with the browser and buy this one. And in korvataanko. So still thinking. Well, it wasn't an easy question to ask. Okay, still thinking. Well, create theme definitions, build theme provider content, but Theme switcher floating UI, wire themes in the navbar, hero, footer, build and verify. Okay. And let's create also a new page about the background, all the themes, so users can understand them better. Okay. Mobile pay. So now I need the my phone. Now the big one updates. Okay. So mobile pay. Okay, there it went. So now we have 3 different themes, hopefully. So now I can make a GitHub. Korvataanko, since we have the brand, new repository. So here we go, public. Since I don't have nothing to hide with this, we could ask the description, but yeah, no. So Jukka Matti / Korvataanko will be where you can find this code, and let's see. If we already didn't do it. And what else? Now we should have the slides, the PPTX. So we can have a look at the slides actually. We could open them in PowerPoint, but this should work. Also, well, let's open them so we can have the full screen. And then my computer is not. Okay, so view here we go. Okay, so executive summary. Our recommendation: launch a cloud-native SaaS tool with AI-powered plain language interpretation, priced okay, distributed with Linux and Greenbelt training partnership, targets 3 to 8 million euros by year 5. Okay. Quality management software market. Okay. Okay, remote learning boom, AI integration, cloud migration, no code movement, quality engineers aren't statisticians, however you say it. Okay, different competitors. Oh, it took the Six Sigma XLQI macros. Well, basic AI features. I think this is something it got a bit wrong, or quite a lot of wrong. AI native tool. Okay. Affordable plus cloud, but AI plus learning. Okay. Okay. 35% of G2 reviews cite price. Okay, so if you have 10 people or 20 people, it's all $30,000 just the software, so that's quite a lot. Needs browser tool, can't install on work PC. Okay. Well, they updated it some years ago. Okay, so why now? P-value of, okay, what does it mean for my process? Well, the American Statisticians Associations published a paper in 2016 that don't trust only in p-values. So this is a bit flawed thinking from that perspective also. Interesting to see how this estimate will hold place. Okay, so training bundle, 3 paths, freemium to pro, free plus 1,000 euros per year. Viral, okay. Needs scale to be profitable, operational complexity if it's a training bundle, okay. Quite nice looking slide. SaaS plus training partnership. Okay, 300 customers. Okay. T-test Pareto Air, well. Okay. Well, would anyone pay 99 euros for these few? Okay. Well, here, well, this, yeah. Risks. Okay. So that was it. Okay. So that was Maiju's work. And this was, well, you saw the prompts what I was using, so there could be a bit more methodology behind it, and all the research stuff could be documented and whatnot. So do we have in the web page a description / the research plan which was created Create it for Maiju. Sorry about that. So one more thing. And this could go on and on, so better to stop tweaking the page and just publish it and call it a night. Because it was pretty comprehensive what it did. Oh, interesting. So someone could perhaps at some point review what the computer was suggesting and so on, and adjust it before just saying yes, please do it. So meanwhile scrolling, is there something to be watched at the same time? Maybe a YouTube channel or whatnot while this is still working. Damn. But actually interesting, I thought that I had asked earlier that there would be this sort of Maiju page. And I'm not sure if it's Maiju and Jere or should it be consulting and insurance claim handling. So maybe that's still something to be changed. Let's think about the navigation name of pages. Maybe we should make them generic, not names. And actually, let's not give add any file downloads options. Let's just show them since so two different things still. Let me audit everything at once. So now it goes through the different files and reading them. And this is definitely not good as Claude Code, but I was testing this for some time ago, and it was changing a certain name or brand in 93 different files in a bit similar kind of prompt or context. And let's see if I'm still recording. Under all these, there it is. So 1 hour 26 minutes, 7 gigabytes. Damn. I should have space for it. So, building and verifying. Then I think we start to be ready. Tietosuoja and robot and this sort of thing. So let's do those with Claude Code. So let's see. Tekoälystrategia in Finnish. AI strategy. That is not describing. Let's mietitään. What is it in Finnish? AI-avusteinen markkinatutkimus could be markkinatutkimus AIlla. So one more year or edit and burning some tokens. Myös so AI-markkinatutkimus. So well, I don't know, does it matter for this context so much? This is perhaps the role of human definitely to think about what's the tone and is it actually now delivering the message and stuff we want. And for sure there could be some templates and stuff where we have defined it. Yeah, deploy at Jereseliin, so it changed the language. So I'm actually not sure if I can do it here, but I'll switch to anti-gravity. So let's see what's happening next. So anti-gravity is Google's the coding editor, and here we have Jere simulator. So all these different things. We could use this or Claude Code, and maybe I'll just use this one. We make a tietosuoja seloste for the web page. Cookies, etc. Research best practices. And then another one. So this is now in anti-gravity a known coding agent, and it's using Opus here, and it's analyzing this best practices for privacy policy and cookie policies and GDPR. And this is for Varis Code website. Well, interesting. Well, it should be for variation. Variation scouting. Maybe so software research plan. So it was reading what we were doing, researching. So we checked the tietosuojalaki. And it went all the way to check market. Azure Marketplace requirements saw specific considerations, so it was looking a bit further than the what we wanted. So just for this Jere simulator or the how did we call it? Korvataanko.fi. So it's a good example that it takes a bit more so for this we want to make it korvataanko.fi web page, which is this page. wanted to check that web page. No. Check this. This project we are in. So Jeres simulator is perhaps not the best name, and we should have some. Well, there is readme.md file. So based on this, we should update agent.md file so these agents understand that, hey, what this is about more. So it audited the code base. Very privacy friendly, no cookies, no analytics, no user forms, no third party tracking scripts. Okay. DMI go Y. Vercel. Filter. Willing. For now. Okay. Then let's check best practices for SEO. LLMs. Okay, so 100 rows. 133 rows. We could have used Sonnet or Gemini Flash. It's a lot faster, so maybe we'll switch to that and see what it manages to do. So what I'm going to do is to add the SEO and LLM things here, and then there is a thing there. So most likely we will need to do some debugging. and then I still want to make an infograph out of this, which I can publish on LinkedIn. But that's a bit for later. Let's first get it up and running. Okay, so now it's testing it locally. Oh, so the here it opened it. Well, we cannot see. Can we see it here? Oh, so it opened it and is testing the web page now. That is it working? Okay, so testing. So I think it's done. Looks great. Okay. Okay. So it's actually interesting how long has it taken. 1 hour 45 minutes and counting. Okay, so proposed changes. So robot, not TS, sitemap. Okay, layout, AI optimization. Okay, so let's go. I'm pretty interesting to see if the simulation really works. Well, it's not that complex. So I'm thinking, when do I have time to edit this video? But maybe one day AI will do it for us. Okay, so Oh, I missed it. Damn. We should have where's my git here? Let's still check if we have everything ready for Vercel deployment. Check. On web. There was this one issue, I think, at some point. Well, we'll see it. We still have the presentation online. Ready for deployment. Take the PPTX to private. Local file. We have the slides as a right. Actually, something we could ask is the mobile responsiveness still. If it has done it. And let's evaluate if we have done well. Starts to be late. So we have images, those slides. So interesting to see how they will be. So we do an audit. Starting browser-based mobile audit. So we'll see it in here most likely. Well, we don't have the server running, so that's an issue. Someone could say stupid model, but running a div server. So we should restart it. Here we go, and it should be smaller. So here we go. Okay, here we have the simulator. From idea to strategy in minutes. Okay, full McKinsey style. Maybe we take that out. So here's our testing going on. We could start a new agent, but I'm a bit lazy, so our results are excellent. So that's in the web page. We have company names. Let's remove them. Market research. It is okay to have them. Okay, so yeah, maybe it would be better to use Khan and Associates or something, but so now we don't have that. It was this word class thing from the beginning. And the what else? The GitHub. Let's push. Okay. So what do we do then? let me show. So here is the repository control. And here okay, what do we have? Deploy to Vercel. README. Well, yeah. Then I will open Vercel and here is a view I'm happy to show. So this is my GitHub repository. Here is the project. Let's click deploy. So my Vercel is connected to my GitHub account. And I just click that in Vercel a new project, but I don't want to show my all other projects, so that's why I didn't show that step. And I'll take some water. Oh, you deployed a new project, Jukkis. So this could be enough. Meet Jere. Tämä on Jere. Kokeile simulaattoria. Aloita työvuoro. Okei. Okay. Suorita kaikki vaiheet ennen päätöstä. Lue vakuutus. No niin, vakuutuksen kattavuus. Joo. Laske hyväksyttävä summa. No niin. Okei, kirjoita perustelu. Onnistuu. Että korvataan. Hyväksy. Seuraava. Voi morjes. Tää ei korvata. No niin. Ja sitten. Kyllä. Hylkää. Nyt meni pieleen, ei saisi toimia tollasen. Joo. Korvataan. Noniin, tulipalo. Taas pitää lukea. Tarkistan kattavuus. No kyllä. Laskettaa. Joo. Korvataan. Vai ei. Korvataanko? Ja tarkastettavaksi. Niin. Kokeile tekoälyn kanssa. Tää on pikkasen ärsyttävää. Oho. Tekoälyn suositus. Varmuus. No hyväksytään. Varmuus. Joo. No merkit ei oo ihan. Noniin. Joo. Tää on muuten hyvä. No, totta kai me ollaan yhteenveto, eihän me nyt kaikkea lueta. Tää on vähän häiritsevä tässä, että tää niinku, että se pysyy tuolla alhaalla, niin ehkä sitä voitaisiin vielä muuttaa. ei toimi. Issues. Oli liian lyhyt perustelu, sen takia se ei halunnut sitä. No niin, elikkäs. Tehdäänpäs tästä vielä tällainen. Sorry, now I switched to Finnish. So, back to English. Since I started reading this in Finnish. Well, when I'm pressing the button would be nice that the page would go a bit up, so I don't need to scroll up. Okay. How to scroll on decision. And I it wants to test, of course. Realize that didn't understand to click the different steps I need to do into it. Yeah, it starts to be a bit late. So how to scroll? And could those buttons be distributed there where the user needs to read such decide things? Okay, so testing. Well, meanwhile, we need to set up the web page things. And in order to do that, I bought domain from hosting palvelu and deployed to Vercel. Please help to configure it. So, still testing. Oh, that was fast. Okay, you might want to adjust the scroll logic or target a bit. Yeah, I can understand why. But meanwhile, so I need to click add, and then Vercel will give these, and then I need to add these to hosting palvelu. Okay, so settings and domain. Okay, it's done that. So there will be X minutes later with the DNS stuff. The last thing I want to show is that hey, let's make an info graphic about this project/web page to LinkedIn. So let's see what happens. So refining the infographic content, creating. Okay, so designing a high impact LinkedIn infographic. So what is happening? Time will tell, as we tend to say. So it edited tasks, so we're able to see it. The I was clicking something. Well, the future of expertise. I was expecting something a bit different. In seconds. Whoa. The interesting ideas. Days of work condensed into minutes. Well, this is a bit too much to be promised. Step back and make it more maanläheisempi, so more down to earth. And I wondering would make just one picture, not many. So, and this is flash 3 flash, so this is not the most thinking model. So it's still thinking, but the not the best one available, but it's fast. Korvataanko? Feel the shift. So let's see. Let's make an infographic. I could put on LinkedIn to case interest about this website we have just built. So oh, it's taking screenshots of the, well, interesting to see what this is going to be. Okay, so now we'll have a few screenshots taken. And interesting to see what it comes up with. Scroll up, so it's scrolling up. I think it's not, maybe this is a different window. Here we go. Oh no, it's not this one either. Well, I'm too tired to check it more closely, so let's see what it is doing. So it's took the screenshots and it's making a screenshot most likely out of those, so we'll have a few of those. So what this is doing, this is anti-gravity, so Google's this coding tool, how do you call it, code editor, and it's calling Nano Banana Pro, so the Google's image generation model, and you can do interesting stuff with it. So think LinkedIn professional post. Okay. So shift AI and the future of work. What does AI actually feel like at work? Okay. Well, this is pretty good. And post copy. We built process insurance claims manually. Okay, the difference is just speed. It's what you spend your attention to. Okay. So maybe this is it. Feel free to test it. Korvataanko.fi. Yeah, see you at some point, perhaps. Thank you for watching. If you were at this point in time still with me.